Hello everybody, my name is CulBlu and I bring you guys a random pubcast. That's right, random pubcast number 112. Heck yeah, so close to 322, it's not even funny. Speaking of 322, Invoker gets picked up first, so does Inver Spirit, but, oh, okay, Lycan I meant. But yeah, this is gonna be random pubcast. For anybody who doesn't ever watch my series, who doesn't know what the random pubcasts are, there are 111 of them somewhere else out there in the world, but the main thing right now to focus on is the fact that random pubcasts are always fun to cast because I don't know what's going to happen, you don't know what's going to happen, nobody knows what the heck is going to happen. So I like casting these type of games because it keeps me on my toes, keeps you on your toes. Sometimes we have a short game, sometimes we have a super long game. We'll see what kind of game we have this time around. We got a Lycan and an Invoker. I'm a little bit afraid of what's going to happen because Lycan, you don't see him a ton. It looks like whoever Mini is, he actually random twice. So he random Inver Spirit and then he switched over to Lycan, which is okay. I think Inver Spirit fits more in the meta nowadays, but Lycan does still have the push. And speaking of push, we got Nature's Prophet getting picked up by Russian name number 1 because I don't know what that says. I think it says no. So it says no in the middle, but that's me guessing. That's me guessing very well, I hope. Oh, I pray to somebody that I'm guessing that right. I was speaking of guessing things. Let me go ahead and switch this over. Make sure I won't not guessing on what my settings will be set to. And we got a bounty hunter getting picked up on the side of on the side of Dire, and that's played by Sad Boy. And some of these names I've seen before, and I feel like I should know. Like Huntrash, I swear I know who that is, but I don't. So let me go ahead and cheat a little bit and use Dota buff to get some stats because I want to see who these aliases are because these guys sound very, very familiar. All right, and while we're waiting for all that to go through, I am also going to go ahead and state that the amount of push coming off from the rating is going to be too darn strong right now. It's a little too darn high. I'm a little offended at how much push propensity that they have on their side. But they have the Nature's Prophet, they have the Chen, they have the Invoker. They can all push relatively well. We'll see if Dire respond with some counter push of their own. Maybe they get someone like a Zeus who can spam out all the creeps, or maybe get a Wish Doctor. As far as their combinations though, they have a Lycan. I don't think anybody really meshes well with the Lycan support wise. Maybe a Tusk, because he can be just as aggressive, if not more aggressive, with Lycan. But that'll be my wild guess right now. So as far as who meshes well with who, it's going to be a nice little cluster crap of who picks what and what picks who. So let's go ahead and reset heroes, and I'm gonna go ahead and use my nice little handy dandy cheating tool. And we're gonna see what things will work and what synergy this team has. And we got a Dazzle. Oh, Dazzle pick up for Radiant. Oh man, that armor though. Also denying it from the Dire squad, which Dire could benefit from that a lot. I mean, having Dazzle with the negative armor and the Bounty Hunter, it's gonna be quite a bit of extra utility coming out from those two, being able to slow people down and get that negative armor. But they go for Winter Wyvern as far as one of the supports. They have a Bounty Hunter plus a Winter Wyvern combination. Lina playing mid this game, so Zeus is still in the pool. I don't know if the Radiant want to go ahead and commit an Invoker as their primary carry, but they do have a Prophet Invoker, and they need a they have a Chen for the offlane, so to speak. So they technically still need an offlaner because Chen can actually go in the jungle. So we'll have to wait and see what they go for. But I can't really make any guesses. This is not going to be standard Dodo. This is going to be some pubcast Dodo. That's right, the best kind of Dodo, the one that we all play with. Because we all play with our Dodos at one point in time. At least, if we're human, we do. Unless we don't have Dodos, then we play with our not Dodo. I can't think of anything clever to say. I'm sorry, guys. CulBlu's out of words to say to explain the female anatomy, because that doesn't exist in the world, at least not on the internet. And if it does exist on the internet, somebody's lying to you. JK. Speaking of Lion though, I don't know if Lion will not work out, but they need an offlane on the side of the Dire, unless you want to run a Winter Wyvern in the offlane. Maybe someone like man, who meshes well with this? Oh, this seems so gross. I'm trying to think of who meshes well with Lycan. Maybe get somebody who can push well. So I'm trying to think of offlaner that can push. Elder Titan? No. Spear Breaker? No, they pick a Gyrocopter. So I go for Gyrocopter as the last pick. Alright, we're gonna see some shenanigans happen in this game. I mean, we got a Gyrocopter and a Lycan on the same team. I don't really know what's gonna happen. I think everybody just kinda said, let me pick my favorite hero and see what happens. But we're gonna see how standard they can make this lineup go on the side of the Dire squad. So I'm definitely gonna be watching them really closely. Speaking of watching things really closely, let's go ahead and watch Huntrash for a few moments so we can do introductions. So start off on this Chen, we have Huntrash playing him. Moving on to this Invoker, we got Meow playing that Invoker. Vengful Spirit is being controlled by the one and only twitch.tv/D_docs. So D-Docs playing that VS. Moving on to the Nature's Prophet, we have Russian name number 1 playing that Nature's Prophet because I can't pronounce that. And Mr. Cure Mr. Care is playing that Dazzle. Moving to the side of the diary, we have Winter Wyvern being controlled by the one and only Ayumi. Ayumi playing that Winter Wyvern. And Mage, or Maggie. Maggie. I think it might be Maggie's playing that Lina, who we playing Lina mid. We got Minnie playing that Lycan down bottom. Bounty Hunter's being controlled by the one and only Sad Boy, because he's not happy right now. And Gyrocopter's being controlled by the one and only Poisonous Mate. Poisonous Me. And Bounty picks up 19 gold, because he needs more gold, right? That's right, track gold's not OP. Please don't nerf it. No, just leave it like it is. It's okay, just leave it like it is. It's fine. It's fine. I swear, it's fine. Alright, so trying to get some nice little valuable stats up here for you guys to go ahead and see and hear the luscious sound of my voice talk about things that are relevant. Trying to get some stats to see who's playing what. I think Sad Boy might be played by Sad Boy. That name, I've seen the name a ton of times in the few random podcasts I've casted. So let's see if I can find out who the heck he is. Let's do Sad Boy. And players. Everybody's named Sad Boy. Jeez, thanks. Ugh. Okay, let's do players. Oh, everybody. Let's do teams. Nope, not gonna find anything valuable here. Anyway, I can't do that at the same time while I'm casting. So let me go and just talk about the lane matchups, because we got Nature Prophet hanging around the backside. Gets scouted out by the Bounty Hunter. He's gonna take quite a bit of damage. Bounty Hunter did go for Invis first though, so he's not gonna have to slow. Meanwhile, we got, oh man, Nature Prophet trying to TP out. He will not make out us alive. First blood does come through. Poison as Me is a very potent flying cannon of barrages and rockets. So first blood going the way of Gyrocopter. A nice chunk of gold going his way too. Meanwhile, bottom lane, we got Dazzle throwing some nice little poison touch on top of Lycan. Just touch him a little bit. We're in the place you don't want to be. And Vengful Spirit, they're going to play VS carry this game. She already has the Wraith Band first, so she can have the extra damage. Has a little bit extra value. Tangos as well, just to make sure she can actually get her farm. We're probably going to see that Ring of Aquila come out first. And I'm going to be very interested to see how she does, because I'm super against a carry Vengful Spirit. Like, I don't think she can do jack squat. That's just me. And speaking of things being just me, Bounty Hunter drops a Sentry Ward. I think the Sentry Ward coming out from the Invoker either died or Lina killed it. And speaking of Lina killing it, she actually might be going down here in a second. Drops herself a nice little stun on top of the Invoker, but she doesn't get this kill. She won't be able to get anything. Looks like, yeah, she gets absolutely nothing. Maggie gonna go ahead and back up very smartly, so. Meanwhile, top lane, Nature's Prophet trying to run away. The missile plus the slow, a little bit too strong for him. He's trying to run as fast as he possibly can. That missile was going to be doing a nice chunk of damage, but it's not going to be doing a ton. Only 93 HP gone. But a nice chunk indeed. And Prophet doesn't really have that much regen. Just 3 tangos and the Clarity Potion. So not a ton of regen to his name. Meanwhile, middle lane, Bounty Hunter just trying to be as harassing as he possibly can be. Sad Boy going to have a nice little time walking in here. Just casually walks into Mordor, and now we got Invoker. Oh, Invoker gets it with the stun. Bounty Hunter's gonna wait on the backside looking for a courier. He actually not gonna be able to find the courier. Instead, Lina's gonna go toe to toe. Very probably gets eaten. Bounty Hunter walks onto the tower, and he just casually gets a kill on top of the Invoker. Meanwhile, Lina taking all the damage in the world. Not actually Bounty. Oh no, Bounty! Oh gosh, Bounty, are you kidding me? Bounty almost going down. Still getting pinged right now. They're pinging the hell. I think Lina's mad. Oh man. Wow, the rage comes out already. Lina's so mad. I think she was expecting Bounty to come in for the kill, or maybe she didn't want Bounty to steal the kill. I don't really know. I think Bounty getting the kill is okay. I think Bounty Hunter getting the kill is okay. It helps him get to his faster level 6. Maybe Lina's just feeling pretty damn salty after that. But yeah, it was a funny situation. Speaking of funny situations, we got Nature Prophet in a little bit of trouble. Here comes the nice Gen crit. They're going to go for the damage. Right click's coming through. Rocket Barrage is flying as well. The missile will be here in a second. Prophet has a TP support coming in from the wild Dazzle. Dazzle not going to be able to drop the shallow grade because he ain't got it right now. So it looks like Nature Prophet will officially be going down. But we know Gyrocopter's taking a ton of damage. That poison touch damage will be enough to actually take him down. Actually, no, it won't. All the creeps. All the Chen creeps. Come on, just right click him a few more times, bro. He's trying to wait for another stop, but looks like he's not going to be able to get it. Prophet buys back in. Gets himself a nice kill going his way. Unfortunately, he did get hit with the buyback penalty for like a split second, so I think he lost gold because of that. But at the end of the day, I mean, Nature's Prophet got a kill on top of Gyrocopter. The kill count is not too terribly out of control, so both sides at 3-3. And I think overall everything's okay. I mean, both Invoker and Lina died at their respective times. At the very least, Lina got the XP, Invoker didn't. And now Sad Boy gonna go ahead and just march on mid. Invoker, no vision. The gamer sense is tingling though. He is going for a, what's that, Basilius? Anyway, I don't know, we got something coming towards him. We got damage coming towards him. That's what we got coming towards him. And Meow going to be taking all the damage more, gets blasted into the ground. Lina picking up that kill. I'm pretty happy about that one. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Vengful Spirit versus the Lycan. She's well off enough where she probably won't get harassed too much. Lycan has the wolves available, but I mean, Dazzle's been doing enough work to the Lycan just to make him force him back. Speaking of forcing people back, Winter Wyvern forces TP back into the base. Doesn't want to die right now. Takes quite a bit of damage. And now we got Han Trash around the corner. Oh no, Bounty Hunter. You might be able to get a kill. Looks like Gyrocopter's going to go and drop the missile. They want to find it. The missile will be able to hit here in a second. Chen going to be eating all the damage of a Genata crit plus more. There goes the Genata crit, slowing down the Han Trash. And now Han Trash drops himself a few right clicks. Dust Appearance coming out immediately. He wants to get a solo kill. Will he be able to get it? Prophet's actually TPing in forward. They might find the Sad Boy. They do get the nice little tree. And now Sad Boy, he gets blocked in by the creeps. Oh no. And he will officially be going now. Sunstrike from Invoker going to just casually miss because the Bounty Hunter's already dead. And meanwhile, Prophet's in the wrong neighborhood right now. Winter Wyvern has her ability up in another 4 seconds, so Arctic Burn will be enough for them to stop the Prophet. And Prophet actually going to go and try to TP out of here. Nobody has a stun available that will happen fast enough. Unfortunately, Bounty Hunter's dead. Meanwhile, middle lane Invoker still trying to get it what farm he can. Has died a whole entire 2 times in mid lane. Got himself 1 kill to his name, but it's not really a ton. And now versus Lina, he's technically behind because he did not get the XP from the her death. But at the very least, he got the gold from it. But level wise, Lina level 6, Invoker only level 5, about to be level 6. And now we got the damage coming towards Bounty Hunter, or coming towards Invoker. Dazzle shows up, Shallow Grave's available, he can actually drop if he needs to. He does drop it just in time. Meow looks like he will be able to try to turn the kill. Mag gonna be able to walk out this one. Fair Fight gets eaten. There's his damage coming on top of the Invoker. He will not be denied. Yes, he will be denied the death. Looks like, oh, Bounty Hunter. He needs a shuriken. Will he get a shuriken's big question. No, he gets treed up, and no, he takes the damage and goes down. Feeling very sad. Feeling very sad that his shuriken toss is not far enough. It's a little bit too short. The few times that you as a Bounty Hunter wish you had an Aether Lens, right? The very few times. So some more shenanigans happen. Chen rotating towards mid. He also has his creeps. And they're going to go ahead and go up top. Han Trash looking for a gank. He has a Dust Appearance available so he can find the bounty if he needs to. But having these kind of creeps, I mean, he has 2 shockwaves and he also has a net, so he can actually drop quite a bit. And speaking of dropping quite a bit, we got oh man, Yumi about to be taking a ton of damage. Han Trash gonna march straight in. They're gonna go for the kill on top of the Prophet though, and see if they can trade. Looks like they will be able to trade the kills. And now it looks like Winter Wyvern does go down. No, Prophet stays alive, just barely able to stay alive. That Sator healer or Sator Tormentor gonna be able to get that extra healing. Extra healing was that a whole entire 6 regen? It's a 6. Holy crap. 6 HP regen, that's pretty dang ridiculous. For those who don't know, you basically get, I think you get 5 HP regen from some item. Not pipe. I think mech gives you 5 HP regen. Either 5 or 9. One of those 2 numbers. I don't remember off the top of my head. Let me go and see if I can find out. Oh, my bad, sorry. Mechanism only gives you 4 HP regen. Okay. So not that great. Anyway, all that aside though, we got Maggie in a little bit of trouble. Sunstrike from Invoker, it probably was already used. Yeah, it was already used, so it's on cooldown for a whole another 17 seconds. So Lina can be anywhere, even in the mid lane if she really wants to be. Has no bottle charges, has 1 Tango shared in her inventory right now. Not a ton of stats. And we got Prophet. Prophet saying misses real. I think one of his right clicks might have missed out the higher ground. Meanwhile, Gyrocopter's gonna go ahead and heal himself and get healed up a little bit by the Winter Wyvern. And they're just gonna go ahead and push the creep wave back. Chen's creep's taking a ton of damage. Gyrocopter flat cannon not available. 0 points out of that. And I'm actually a little bit shocked about this. You know, speaking of being shocked about things, Lycan down bottom does go down. Sad Boy in a lot of trouble. He will be dying one way or another. The poison might be enough. So they take the damage. Will not be enough. Oh, they miss a kill. There's a Dust Appearance. They do get the kill. Last right click going towards the Vengful Spirit. She wants more gold. Feed her gold, please. Nom 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 is what she's saying right now. Alright, so continuing with everything else that we see, we still see some shenanigans happening up top lane. Han Trash trying to push in, double shockwave flying, almost hitting that Winter Wyvern. We also have Nature's Prophet around the corner. He gets hit with the stun. Gyrocopter. Oh, the Sunstrike will be able to hit him in the face. One more right click's all he needs. Prophet's not level 6 just yet. Tries to TP out of there, but looks like he's not going to TP anywhere except for to the grave. And they also give themselves a nice little bit of damage to stop the treants. Make sure the creeps and treants aren't doing anything special. And now Winter Wyvern just walking left and walking right. And this is an Invoker illusion plus his Forge Spirits. It's gonna walk around. That's a pretty dress you got there, bro. Oh, sorry, robe. My bad. It's a robe. Meanwhile, down bottom, Vengful Spirit working towards what looks to be her first big item, which will probably be a Helmet of Dominator. Give herself a nice little Alpha Wolf and just do a little bit more damage. Why not? And speaking of damage, her damage is actually pretty dang nice right now. Sitting at a whole entire, was at 100, almost 130 damage. Versus Lycan, who's only at 95 damage. So VS is pretty much hitting like a truck. Definitely needs a Dragon Lance this game, though. I do not foresee her walking up that close to Lina without taking enough punishment to get smacked in the face and just bumped down into the ground. So, I do definitely think she needs to get herself a nice little item called a Dragon Lance, because it'll give her a lot of HP. Speaking of giving her a lot of things, we got down bottom, Lycan taking a ton of damage, does get healed up by the Winter Wyvern. Then all the Sunstrike's gonna come through, they do split the damage though, so it looks like he will be able to survive. Lycan drops the ult, he's gonna go ahead and run himself away as fast as he possibly can. Everybody's staying alive on the side of the Dire. Looks like they're gonna continue to run away as well. It looks like Nature's Prophet not gonna be able to do much stuff for drop his ability and then walk away. Lycan gets the last hit, maybe gets another last hit, just trying to kite, just playing with him like a little puppy would. And Vengful Spirit actually dying around the backside. Looks like the kill went towards the bounty hunter, so the nuke damage was enough. He does get hit with the dust of appearance. He's gonna go and drop himself another track. They're gonna look for the kill. Lina has the ulti available. Dazzle just might be the target. It looks like Miker, yeah, oh man, Mr. Kerr, you just might be going down in a second. Eats himself a nice little jet out of crit. Here comes the no ulti. Okay, Lina. Okay, Lina, there we go. There's the ulti. She's trying to go for the kill. Looks like damage does come through. Dazzle, no shallow grave for another 20 seconds. Lina loses her life again. Unfortunate series of dives there, but I think once she gets a drum endurance, she'll be fine. Speaking of unfortunate things, I had to cover it up, guys. That was a little too violent for my old poor eyes. I had to cover it with the shop menu because Bounty Hunter does get smacked into the ground by the Sunstrike. So well placed Sunstrike coming up from the Invoker. More XP, more gold going his way. Speaking of XP and gold, I want to see how everybody's doing net worth wise because Invoker's sitting at 4K. Prophet, he's down bottom, taking quite a bit of damage. He's taking tower damage. And he'll be able to walk out of this one. He'll be able to walk out of this one. So Russian name number 1. It's gonna be fine with that one. Lycan, he's working on looks to be a Vladimir's offering, so he can actually go do Roche. Gyrocopter has himself a wild Ring of Aquila, or Ring of Aquila, whatever you like to call it. A Chen mechanism, no mechanism, but he's working on a Force Staff, or is it an Axe? It's just a little hard to tell. I'm assuming it's a Force Staff. Yeah, he's gonna have a little bit of fun with that one. Meanwhile, Invoker down bottom, he's actually working on Jump of Endurance for his team. Vengful Spirit, she's working on still that Helmet of Dominator. And she will have the gold for it now. Let's just go for Mask of Madness, which I don't think I've ever seen. But yeah, it's a Helmet of Dominator. Right, so we're playing standard Dota. Even though our picks are looking a little strange on the side of the Dire. Everybody else is playing some standard Dotas. And Bounty, ooh, nice. Bounty, he does have his level 6. I did forget to call that out. He does have his level 6. We've seen him use track quite a few times, so the track goal is going to start raking in for the Dire squad. And pretty much any time that you're tied with a team who has a Bounty Hunter, you're going to be in a not that great of a situation. Mainly because if you stay tied with the team with the Bounty, then you're kind of going to have a bad time. Anyway, speaking of things, we got Bounty Hunter. He did go invisible right under a nice little observer ward. And everybody on the side of the raiding squad is just going to play dumb for a few seconds. Chen does have the dust available, so they can pop it whenever they need to. Unfortunately, no sentry wards available. Now, Winter Wyvern getting scouted out around the corner. She has her level 6, so it will be a nice big old team fight if they do decide to show up to each other. Meanwhile, top tower taking some damage from the creeps. Prophet's TPing in with this one with a double damage rune, plus 12 on charges. Meanwhile, the bottom lane is getting pushed in pretty dang hard. The Winter Wyvern is able to do so much damage to all the creeps, but unfortunately not enough to kill everything. That is almost maxed out. Now we got Gyrocopter ulti coming in. It will be able to hit himself a nice Sator Conqueror, but Sator Conqueror does not die. Gonna be able to come forward. Maybe drops a stun. Nope. Okay, just donate 74 gold towards the Lina cause. Speaking of Lina cause, she's working on a Tornado Stick, so Yule Scepter Divinity gonna be her next big item. Lycan has his Vladimir's offering fully finished up, just straight out of the store. And now we got oh man, Vengful goes for the swap. They're gonna go for the damage top of Lina. Nice dagon coming out from whoever that was. Meanwhile, Invoker catches everybody that was involved in that fight, and that's a lot of damage going towards Prophet. And Prophet, he might be going down for Prophet if he's not careful. Looks like Winter Wyvern and crew don't have enough damage. Now Gyrocopter's in a lot of trouble. Really wish he has call down right now, because that would have been a beautiful team fight initiation, but. Unfortunately, triple kill going the way of the raid, and everybody's nice and healthy. Chen, he did blow the ulti in that whole entire fight, but that's what you need it for. And it looks like everybody able to just basically get the kills that they want and continue the push. So the madness of the push, the Chen plus the Nature's Prophet, plus the Drum of Endurance and the Invoker, plus, oh man, all the craziness happening. We're going to see ourselves a nice little tier 3 tower going down, and we're also going to see Raxus going down very soon. They even still a cart. They still carty. It's still cardio of all things. Gyrocopter ulti finally going to be online. Going to be able to catch everybody. Nice Winter Wyvern ability, slowing down everybody. And here comes the damage happening on the backside. No, it's going to be Lina getting caught out, taking quite a bit of damage. Does get hit with the dust, does get zapped back into the fight, but she does officially go down. No ulti getting used on top of that one. Meanwhile, Chen trying to TP out while the Shallow Grave is at him. He does get out of here just in time. Meanwhile, more damage is happening. Invoker is going to be the one taking the focus right now. He does get hit with a negative urn charge, so he can't go blink out, but he has no blink dagger anyway. Is tracked up as well. Missile from Gyrocopter chasing him. Meow going to be taking quite a bit of damage. Can't go invisible here in a second, but looks like it won't help him too much. Drops an ice wall, beautiful ice wall, and Meow still going for the run. That missile will will be enough damage to kill him. Looks like it will. He does get zapped from this face of the earth, or poofed from the face of the earth. And 3 kills going immediately back towards the Dire Squad. So both teams definitely staying as scrappy as they possibly can be. Alright, so continuing with everything else. Chen built a Dagon, which I'm not sure I agree with. I think in these specific games when you have this much going for you with the push, you might as well go ahead and just invest yourself in more pushing based items. Something like a mechanism would definitely help his team out. Especially considering the fact that Vengful Spirit's not building one and Prophet's not building one. Dazzle's working on it. But I think Chen would be a much better carrier for it because he does have all the creeps, and the aura would definitely help out. Moving on to everything else, we got D-Docs. He's gonna go ahead and just run away. Working on what looks to be a Manta style. No Ag Interceptor for this guy, just a Manta style. Meanwhile, top lane Prophet gonna go ahead and continue to farm. Drum of Endurance War purchase up on him. So we have 2 sets of drums on the side of the Radiant squad, and that's a little miscommunication, sure, call it whatever you want. But at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, just more stats is all they really want. You know, Sad Boy trying to chase the Prophet. He's getting fogged pretty dang hard, and now we got the treants coming out from next Prophet. We're gonna be able to do some more damage. Prophet has no dust available. Actually, yo, he does have a dust available. Sad Boy gonna be forced to run away. But Lina's on the backside. Looks like they might. Oh, the Sunstrike's gonna come through, and Bounty Hunter just barely able to make it out of there. Meanwhile, Damon's coming on top of Nature Prophet. He officially regrets his decision. Gonna get hit with a nice little zap to the face, and he does go down. Oh, Prophet gets the kill. The reversal. Prophet gets a kill at the end of the day, but he does not get the XP for it. But hey, gold's gold, and Bounty, he got to try to kill, so I don't think it's worth it. But at the very least, you know, objectives were gathered. While all that was happening, Prophet able to waste all the time with the Dire Squad, and Aegis does go towards the Invoker, who now has a Blink Dagger too. So he's sitting pretty right now, sitting pretty good right now.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So we have the point booster. We have the point booster coming out for the Russian name number 1. So Nature's Prophet gonna be the one getting that. Meanwhile, top tower is gonna finally be going down, and Gyrocopter, he's investing in the magic damage, which I'm not sure if I agree with that too much. I mean, he's going for his Sanj and Yashin next, but he built the Villa Discord. That might be out of frustration. Maybe he thought it would be a good idea, just have a little bit more damage from the call down. But when it comes down to it, the most of the damage coming out from the Dire Squad, it's really gonna be relying on Gyrocopter and Lycan. I mean, they have a Lina who can throw out some nice nukes. They can kill some creep waves easy with it, sure. But I think more so that Veil Discord is just to help them clear their Chen creeps. You know, Vengful is going to be getting chased, gets tracked up, has a missile flying straight towards her. Everybody's tracked up on the side of the Radiant squad, and Vengful will be taking some damage. Now we got the damage. There's a Dagon. There's a Lina ulti, getting the kill immediately on top of Chen, but she immediately dies to the Sator Torment on the backside. Meanwhile, we got somebody in the middle of this. We got Invoker trying to go toe to toe with everybody. Nice ulti from Wyvern. Gonna be able to stop down everybody. They do get the kill ultimately on top of the Vengful Spirit. So definitely worth it. And then here comes Invoker back into the fight. Lycan ulti is alive. He's trying to go for as much damage as possible. The Wolf's gonna be thrown to the Dazzle, and Dazzle does have a shallow grave here in another not enough time. He does get hit with a nice shuriken, and Bounty Hunter does die as well. Speaking of being out of time, Lycan ulti does officially fall, and so does he. Sunstrike way too on point. Hashtag Beyonce, hashtag always on beat. And now we got the Nature's Prophet versus Wyvern. Wyvern gonna go ahead and heal herself up a little bit, and she will be able to back away. So Prophet forced to retreat. Prophet unfortunately forced to retreat from that level 1 cold embrace. That's man, it sucks. Anyway, TP coming around the backside. This is going to be Gyrocopter coming in. But looks like the blink immediately came out from the Invoker. He does not want to have anything to do with that fight. And they got the more rotations coming in. I mean, Chen gets Yules up, and he's going to be hit. He's going to be hit with some great damage. Dagon falls through. Lina ulti falls through as well. Gyrocopter commits the ulti. Doesn't commit the Veil of Discord though, so it makes it a little bit sad. And now we got whoa, okay. D-Docs just going to be backing away. Alright, so fight recap showing us that it's about 866 gold exchange. So about, was it almost about a 12k? Or sorry, 1200 gold change? Or sorry, gold difference, gold swap. And speaking of swapping gold and, oh man, that just sounds horrible. But speaking of gold, the Radiant had such a huge advantage early in the game, but then they lost maybe like, what, 1 or 2 team fights? So their push strategy is officially starting to go down a little bit, so they need to be very careful about that. They do have, you know, a decently comfortable lead so far. decently comfortable for the moment. But I keep saying for the moment and so far is because when it comes down to it, if you count towers and try to balance the tower gold out, I mean, only one tower has been claimed by the Dire Squad, which means that there's plenty of money left for them to gather. That's about 1k gold per tower, assuming no denies happen. And as a result of that, we will see ourselves some crazy things. Speaking of crazy things, we got Lycan. He's going to drop his ulti. Here comes the Wolves. He's going to go for some damage. Actually, no, he tries to run out of there, gets swapped back in, and dies immediately to all the damage coming out from the Invoker plus the Vengful Spirit. So that Vengeance Aura just working in on him. 111 extra damage, or 111 bonus damage from the Invoker. Purely from, I think it's from, what, Drum of Endurance plus? It's plus 3 damage, plus the Vengeful Spirit's Aura, plus, this gives you bonus damage, yes? No, just attack speed. Plus 3. So yeah, that's all coming from the Vengeful Spirit's Aura, really. Oh, right, I forgot, sorry. Each instance of Exort, right, of course. Invoker gonna go and blink himself backwards. And the missile. Oh, the missile. And also the bounty hunter's nice little shuriken, just bouncing around, just hitting everything. And it has a what? Shuriken will bounce between any track units who are within 1200 radius of each other. Holy crap, that is huge, guys. I didn't realize that it bounced that far away. That's pretty dang huge. And for a 375 damage nuke, that's pretty big. He can basically what? Is it 375 out to 25% reduction? And like he can throw down. Oh man, it's such annoying. It's so annoying. It's so broken. I didn't realize the range on top of his thing was that far. Anyway, speaking of things being that far, Bounty Hunter has another Shuriken toss here. He can actually throw it up if he really wants to. Gonna go and find himself the first unit, and he will find a Chen creep for his troubles. Looks like the Shuriken toss is gonna go ahead and fly out. Hits 1, hits 2. That's about it. Just harassing as much as he possibly can. Like if he had an Octarine core, I don't know how useful that would be, but I mean, just a lot of extra damage, a lot of extra heal. So I guess it would be pretty cool. Alright, so we got 2 Aghanim Scepters coming up here very soon on the side of the Radiant. Actually, Vengeful Spirit got the swap. She gets the swap on top of the Bounty Hunter. Now Bounty Hunter gets stunned up. He's taking quite a bit of damage. They're pinging on pretty dang hard. And Sad Boy, he's going to get hit with a nice Cold's Embrace, but here comes the magic damage from somebody. Invoker has it. It looks like they're not going to be able to find it. Oh, the Veil Disco. Out comes, drops the call down. Bounty Hunter's still alive. Catches everybody. Invoker's going to be the first one to go down. Second one to go down will be the Dazzle, who has a shallow grave available. Drops it on top of Chen. Nice priorities on top of that one. But looks like Chen's going to be going down either way. So everybody just pretty much getting wiped from the face of the earth. The last TP out, they do make it. Winter Wyvern actually commits her ulti to that. And okay. Winter Wyvern commits her ulti to that, and like I thought Prophet started right-clicking the Vengeful Spirit for a second, and that's like really weird. But I don't know what to say about that one. Like Winter Wyvern casted her ulti, and Vengeful Spirit came in the base, and I guess Prophet got affected by it. That's funny. I didn't know it can happen like that. I will have to actually we can. I was gonna say I will have to go back and watch it, but it looks like we can actually do that because we're in Dota TV, boys. Alright, so let me go ahead and fast forward this. Can I fast forward this? Can't fast forward this. Alright, we'll just wait for it. I think I might have went back too far. Or not far enough. Sorry, I didn't go back far enough. Yeah, there it is. Oh no, okay, never mind. He was just standing there. Alright, my bad guys. He was just standing there. He was chilling. But somebody still got hit by the Winter Wyvern ult. That's really weird. Anyway, Smoky to See comes out from Vengeful Spirit. I think this means that maybe they want to try to go for the next Roche. He's not going to be up for another, another 30 seconds, 40 seconds? Meanwhile, Lycan's up top. He's working on what looks to be a Necro book, so he will have that Necronomicon level 1 here in a second. Bounty Hunter working towards those Guardian Greaves. Quite a bit of gold needs to be saved up for that, so he's getting pretty dang close to it. Meanwhile, Gyrocopter has the Sanjiasha fully finished up. So he's going to be pretty happy with that one. Glimmer Cape fully finished up for Winter Wyvern as well. So it's going to be a nice valuable item for him to get. Especially versus the magic damage, I guess, that Invoker can potentially push out. I don't think Glimmer Cape gives you any reduction at all versus Sunstrike. But if it did, it'll be great. I'm pretty sure Sunstrike is pure damage. Because, you know, OP ability. Might as well just be more OP. Make it pure, right? Yeah, it's pure damage. So I guess it doesn't really help that much. But 537 damage. Jeez. Ugh, that's so gross. I'm just thinking about how much damage that deals. That's ridiculous. 537 damage, guys. That's like half of Dazzle's HP pool. That's over half of Dazzle's HP pool. I guess they're on the same team, so it doesn't matter. But it looks like they're gonna find themselves a wild bounty hunter. Oh, the dust, the skills, oh man, the amount of swaps coming out on top of this guy. Sad Boy's gonna be very sad here very soon. Drops a mechanism, eats a Sunstrike all by himself. He says, "Look, bro, I helped out," and there goes the space creation. Damage coming out from Winter Wyvern, gonna be slowing down everybody. Meanwhile, Smoke and Sea comes out, and Invoker blinks forward, catches the Winter Wyvern, who's ulti will be up in 18 seconds. She don't want to die, but listen, she gets hit with the Glimmer Cape. They have no more vision, and she's gonna go ahead and just try to crawl herself away. Cold Embrace gets used. Magic damage is not gonna be enough. Looks like magic won't. Oh, magic damage will be enough. There goes the Dagon. That value Dagon coming up from the Chen. Finally going to be able to be useful and get the kill. That's only Dagon level 1, 2, or Dagon level 3, actually. But having Winter Wyvern down with that big ulti down for 24 seconds is actually a huge deal. That means that they should be able to claim this tier 3 tower. Bonus armor going to get thrown on top of the whole entire team initially. Make sure Gyrocopter can't really do any damage. And Gyrocopter, speaking of which, taking a few right clicks. Dropping some missiles, dropping some rocket barrages. He did decide to max out those missiles. And there we go, Bounty Hunter shows up. Here comes the Shuriken. Bounces on nobody. Now Lina just walking forward, sprinting forward, strutting her stuff. Her fiery soul, look how beautiful it is. You go, girl. Anyway, Bounty Hunter dropping some more tracks. Shuriken Toss can come here in a second. Maybe wants to get all 4 tracked, and he does get all 4 tracked. Shuriken Toss come through, but he gets caught on the worst way possible. He gets immediately jumped on Sadboard, gonna be going down. Mechanism or not, bro, you're dead. Meanwhile, speaking of being dead, the track does come through. Lina gets herself a kill somewhere on the other side of the map. They get the kill on top of Prophet. Meanwhile, Gyrocopter, he's getting blown up here in a second. Winter Wyvern not gonna be able to drop the Cold Embrace. Instead, they are gonna drop the Winter Wyvern ulti on top of the Vengful Spirit, so she almost goes down. She actually has quite a bit of HP, but she will not be denied. She just says triple kill going for the Invoker, just trying to be the best carry he could possibly be. Gyrocopter blind back into the game to help his team defend. Has no ulti available though, so it's not going to be all that much he can actually really do except for go there and die. And speaking of going there and die, Invoker going to go and help him along his way. Blinks forward, nothing really come out of that. And Lycan comes in, no BKB necessary. He's going to die instead, all alone. Look at him go. Look at him go is what we're talking about say. And looks like nope, not enough damage. Swap from Vengful Spirit happens on Lina. Now Lina tornadoes herself immediately. Gonna be getting hit with the Sunstrike. And nope, Sunstrike timing a little bit off. Gyrocopter ulti comes through. Catches the Chen, who gets called to Veil of Discord. Damage from Bounty Hunter is gonna be enough to help them get the kill. And they're gonna find themselves a secondary kill here in a second. If they kill Vengful Spirit, it will be a huge deal. Bounty Hunter getting dusted up. Doesn't want to be a part of this anymore. Gyrocopter showing up with the right click damage. His physical damage is actually not that high. Speaking of damage not being that high though, that Lina ulti gonna be more than enough to make that Dazzle pay. And now they got the chase on top of Meow. And Meow, he's tracked up. He has a tornado, so he can actually toss it back. He does toss it back, but gets tornadoed up by the Lina. So it's like both will take their collective tornadoes. Lina getting the right clicks in, just getting the revenge. Just getting the revenge on top of the Invoker. Jimmy Juice again drops on the ground. Prophet, he pings it out. I don't think anybody on the side of the Dire know about it. Looks like they actually canceled the TP. The Dire ward should see it. And looks like it's still over there. Lycan will scout it out. So Lycan will be the one to claim it. So some more stuff is happening, some more shenanigans are going on because items are getting bigger and bigger as we go along. Prophet has that Aghanim Scepter. So at the very least, that means that he can actually run in and do some cool things. Maybe kill somebody with his ulti. Maybe get some more creeps to push out of the lane. Who really knows? Invoker does have the Aghanim Scepter as well, so that means his abilities are going to be +1 because he's always trying to one-up everybody. Chen actually got the Aether Lens, which Aether Lens increases the range of Dagon, so that's pretty sick. I mean, Dagon has a range of what, 700? So it's gonna be 900. So it's basically Dagon level 6 range. Anyway, Bounty Hunter getting caught with the dust. He's gonna be taking quite a bit of damage. Nothing he can really do. Does really need those our Guardian Greaves. He will be able to have this in a second, but he gets zapped out to the ground. Han trash. Gonna be able to get the kill. Dagon level 3, just showing his power, strutting his stuff, showing all the amazing things he can do with it. Yeah, if Guardian Greaves were available for Bounty there, he would have been on making out one live, getting rid of all those debuffs. Speaking of debuffs, or buffs indeed, we got somebody walking into the jungle. Gyrocopter drops his ulti. He also drops a Veil of Discord. So much damage immediately. Chen does go down. Meanwhile, Tornado comes to top of Lina. She gets tornadoes herself. Nice one to Wyvern ulti, bro. It looks like Dazzle gonna be the one to go down. Gets focused by quite a bit of damage. And here comes everybody else getting massacred near the pit. Prophet, the only one in the base, trying to do as much damage as possible. The rat is real. Winter Wyvern shows up. Can't really do anything but just stand there and die, really. So Prophet's gonna go ahead and TP out. No ulti available for Winter Wyvern. No stun. No slow. Instead, just some more right clicks, and the Roshan is going to be getting donated towards the Dire side this time around. So looks like Aegis does go towards Gyrocopter. And, oh, Dire's Courier. Oh no, where did Dire's Couriers die? Oh man. Oh man. Oh, why can't I click you? It looks like Prophet killed it, I'm assuming. Nope, it doesn't tell me. I'm assuming he'll bring an item to Gyrocopter or something, but looks like that's not the case. Anyway, Lina has herself an Aghanim Scepter. Gonna go and pick it up the old-fashioned way. Speaking of things that are old-fashioned, Nature's Prophet versus Bounty Hunter, the classic stalking prey type situation. No dust appearance up on top of the Nature's Prophet. Looks like Gyrocopter's running up as fast as he possibly can to meet him, and they will intercept him. The missile flies out. Here comes Prophet, about to TP out of here. Or maybe he'll try to TP out of here. He does know that he does need to wait for Shuriken Toss. Looks like they're gonna go ahead and throw the Shuriken Toss. Missile will be here in time. Looks like he's gonna continue to get chased. Missile's gonna hit, and there goes the damage. Gyrocopter getting the kill on top of that one. Gyrocopter being a jerk about it. That's what you get for running. Anyway. So Guardian Greaves on Bounty Hunter, that means that they have a lot of extra push, and he also now has a Blink Dagger too, so he's going to be sitting pretty well. Can blink in, get some Shuriken tosses, or maybe blink out of some bad situations. But for the most part, one thing I want to go ahead and point out with the Guardian Greaves is that not a lot of people understand, or not a lot of people pay attention to the fact that Guardian Greaves gives you so much sustainability when these pushes start happening, especially when these team fights break out, which is what makes it such a good item. Guardian Greaves does have a secondary ability that a lot of people don't really pay attention to, which is the bonus health regen. That's going to be 15 entire regen per second while you're under 20% health. Sure, you gotta be relatively low to have that bonus there, but that 15 regen plus that 15 armor boost is ridiculous. That's basically an AC. You basically get an AC plus a Pipe of Insight for your regen. You get an AC for your armor, you get a Pipe of Insight for your regen. Pipe of Insight, if I'm not mistaken, gives you 9. And it looks like I am not mistaken, gives you plus 9 HP regen. So having 9 HP, or having a little bit more HP regen, just for basically a nice similarly upgraded item, will definitely be helpful when these team fights start happening. Especially considering the fact that Invoker kind of just wants to blow you up, and I think Vengful Spirit just wants to right click you down. So having the damage come, or having the blow up damage from Invoker might put them closer to that 20%. That means that when Vengful Spirit does start getting her right clicks off, she's not going to be able to do too much because they had 15 armor. What can you say about that one, right? Anyway, everybody for the Dire Squad, they're gonna go ahead and hang out mid. They had the Aegis on their side, and I think it's on the Gyrocopter, so they can definitely pose to be aggressive and go for some kills. Meanwhile, Geometry Sight is up on top of the Lycan, or is that a Necro 3? That is a Necro 2. No, it's a Necro 3. Okay, that's a Necro 3. So Necro 3 for the Lycan means that they can see the wards, they can see everything else. Also, Geometry Sight did get recovered. I don't know where the heck it is, but it did get recovered by Lycan. We'll see who has it in their inventory. Looks like he's in Bounty Hunter's inventory, so he can scout out when they can scout him out. And the first tower, a lot of towers still left. A lot of towers still left for the Dire to take claim. And given that the gold graph is at this point right now, it's going to be a horrible situation. The Radiant will basically have to either backdoor while everybody's trying to push, or protect their towers as hard as it can. Don't forget that each tower basically counts as 1k gold, and oh, Prophet, he's going to be 1k more gold. Veil Discord plus all the other magic damage comes out. Lina getting himself a nice easy kill on top of the Prophet. And that's an Aghanim Scepter ulti too, so that's the whole entire nose at 950? 850. 850 pure damage that pierces spell immunity. That means that she can kill Prophet pretty much every single time he shows up. She can probably one-shot Dazzle. Yeah, half a one-shot. And if I'm not mistaken, Veil of Discord does boost pure damage, because it does its own separate damage instance. So we'll see. Weakness to mix a weakness blast that increases magic damage dealt to enemies last 16 seconds. Okay, never mind. I take it back. So it increases magic damage taken, so it reduces their magic resistance by 25%, which means that pure damage doesn't care about it. Pure damage does not get upped or downed by magic resist, which is what makes it so good. Sometimes. Speaking of things that can be so good, Chen is going to be taking a ton of damage, has himself a nice ability called ulti, but he's going to take a ton of damage. Oh man, he actually almost goes down. Meanwhile, Bounty on the backside drops his heal. Not going to be enough. Winter Wyvern ulti catching everybody off. They get themselves an easy kill on top of the Chen, who I think was already about to die, but it looks like they do find their Bounty Hunter dead. They're going to continue the chase though. Gyrocopter Aegis is available. He really wants to die right now because he has no mana to speak of. So much damage coming to him from the Vengful Spirit. She's going to go ahead and soak up all that. Meanwhile, speaking of soaking things up, Invoker taking a nice ulti to the face from the Lina. Laguna Blade is strong right now. Lycan going to be able to get the kill on top of the Invoker before he gets out of there, and now it's going to be the last person falling down. That is going to be a wild Dazzle falling down. Did he buy back? Hold on. Nope, Dazzle just didn't die. I thought Dazzle died earlier, but it looks like he didn't. And Prophet, the only one surviving, gonna go and try to do a split push, has 10 treants. 10 treants to his name. Buyback immediately coming out from the Invoker, has a tornado available here in 4 seconds, wants to try to push this back. TP does come out from the Winter Wyvern to just try to hold back the push. EMP falling in. Lina doesn't really care, gives no cares. Right click is heavy right now for her, so she's pretty cool with that. You know, once Wyvern doing a fantastic job of clearing out the creep wave because she has OP abilities. And going back mid. I mean, Gyrocopter, he needs to be careful. Aegis has been spinned. Needs to go back away. A lot of people come back alive. Pretty much everybody on the side of the ratings back alive, with the exception of Vengful Spirit. But the damage coming out towards Maggie is going to be enough. Lina will be going down one way or another. The right click from Invoker just a little bit off, and now we got the Wolf. Oh, there it is. There it is. There's a kill. Chen's still in the Wolf, actually. Meanwhile, Prophet dies in the base of the Dire, just trying to put on his best Admiral Bulldog impression. Wants to be as backdoory as possible because he likes backdoors, not front doors. Specifically backdoors. Need to have them backdoors though. Just inspecting their backdoor, so to speak, if you want to put it that way. But he actually got, or one set of racks is pretty much gone, which means the creeps will be pushing in that lane. We lost ourselves the range racks mid, which means that the range creep will be hitting pretty dang hard. Hits a whole entire 55 versus the other range creep, which hits only 31. So that's a lot of damage. Of course, it only attacks 1 second, or 1 attack per second, so it's not that huge of a deal, but still gonna push the wave regardless. You know, we got damage coming towards Bounty Hunter. Actually, almost going down from that. Just 1 Dagon plus the penance from Chen. Holy crap! It deals what does it do? 30% bonus damage plus a Dagon. Yeah, it's gonna be enough. 30% movement slow, 30% bonus damage, and a Dagon to the back. Are you kidding me? Bounty might actually get blown up from that. So if you do 30% increase on top of, let's say Chen has a Dagon level 5. It's going to be on top of 800 plus 8%, so 8 times 8, which is 60. I can't do that math that fast. Anyway, we got Lycan. No Basher. Not going to be able to stop the Prophet from TPing out of there. Probably wants to invest in the Basher next. Does have about 2k gold saved up, so I'm assuming that's going to be a Basher for him. But his ulti did get spent. He's going to go ahead and just move himself on down towards his team, because teamfight's breaking out right now. Damage coming on top of his Chen. Chen is going to be able to stay alive. And, oh man, Bounty Hunter almost able to get, or almost dying on that one. He does keep himself alive because the Guardian Greaves is a little bit OP. Does give him the extra armor just like that. Look at that, look at that. Oh no, wait. There we go. He gets a bonus spin. I can't really tell that, but it looks like they're going to take some more damage. So EMP coming off from Invoker, forcing it right back. And Bounty's fully healed up. Essentially fully healed up. Just a little bit of mana loss. And more ground is getting lost for the Radiant. I mean, they're losing their hold. Prophet's trying to split push as hard as he possibly can, but he can only do but so much. And all things considered, all Radiant really had to, or all Dire really had to commit is maybe 1 Gyro or 1 Winter Wyvern. So if they can't really do much as far as pushing, they can just commit the Winter Wyvern, and it's going to be easy game every time as far as pushing the wave back. And now Lycan has boosted travel, so he's going to go ahead and continue to farm in the jungle or push top lane, whichever one comes first. And I hear Tornado. Tornado flies out. Bounty Hunter is still hunting. Has that different true sight, looking for that Invoker. Might be able to find Meow on the backside. And Meow has the Octarine Core as well. So that means that it's going to be more extra damage, more regen coming towards his way. But will Bounty be able to do it? It's a big question. Sad boy. Gonna find the he finds Invoker, blinks out. Immediately blinks out. Doesn't want to get caught out. Tornado from Invoker flies through. Not gonna be able to catch. That is a max Wex Invoker by now. Yeah, essentially max Wex. He gets +1 skill point because of the Aghanim Scepter. So max Wex means that he gets the furthest possible Tornado. Almost has pretty much max everything in Quas, Wex, and Exort. So pretty soon he'll be able to have the OP EMP or the OP Blast, Deafening Blast. Pretty loud, you know. Just basically likes his wubs. He likes his wubs like he likes his women. I can't picture what Deafening Blast looks like. So I'm sorry, I can't finish that sentence. It's probably something offensive though. Just know it's probably something offensive. Speaking of being offensive, we got the Sator Tormentor helping push the creep wave, just giving so much regen. Look at that, look at that, look at that 6 regen. Okay, I guess it doesn't matter when Gyrocopter kills that fast, but still, it's the point of the matter. It's a fact of the matter that matters. And speaking of fact of the matter, Lycan pops a beak at B, dies immediately, getting caught off in a pretty bad way. I think he got caught up with the stun from Vengful Spirit first, and then they just followed up with so much damage that he couldn't deal with it. He couldn't help it. Meanwhile, we have ourselves the push coming mid. They're getting some more ground. Having the Lycan dead is actually kind of a big deal. Also, having a Lycan BKB plus his ulti down at the same time, that's going to be a huge deal too. He has buyback available if I'm not mistaken, so he can actually buy back into this if he needs to. Meanwhile, Vengful swaps out a wild Lina. Buyback immediately comes out for Lycan. He's jumping into the middle of this fight. Meanwhile, nice Shiva's guard coming out from you, bro. It looks like damage coming from Vengful is going to be massive. She's taking so many right clicks to the backsides. The damage will be there. Fortunately, she's going to be able to survive because of the shallow grave from Bounty Hunter, or from Dazzle. Now Vengful is going to go toe-to-toe with Bounty. Bounty immediately losing his life. Just the immediate directive to die has been officially given. Bounty Hunter buying back to this game, and we got a TP coming out from the Vengeful Spirit. She makes it out just alive, and the fight continues. They're being scrappy. Lycan gonna go and drop his ulti, finds himself a Chen. Chen, oh, the TP gets canceled, plus the Winter Warrior ulti gets used on as well. But Chen gonna go ahead and just change himself to bigger fish. He will find the Dazzle to fry. Definitely Blast gets thrown on top of the Lycan. The Lycan gonna go ahead and continue to run across. He can run across this. You got this, bro. They're gonna go ahead and blink forward. Dazzle will be the last one to die. Instead, Necro units will be able to kill him. Meanwhile, Invoker's still in the backside, just doing all kinds of gross things. Haystream fully finished up on, or fully picked up on him. And oh, the swap comes through, Lycan in a lot of trouble. He just bought back. He will use that BKB. BKB did just come back up just in time. Guardian Greaves getting used. Lina coming in. She's ready. She got the right click damage ready. She's ready to drop the cannon. The damage is about to hit, and there goes D-Dogs. He goes down, EMP blasting everybody's mana, but Lina's still ready to fight. Lycan wants to go back in this one too. His ulti's up at 18 seconds. He's definitely ready to fight. And we got the wolves and everything else just kind of going slowly, casually walking across Mordor. And everybody pretty much is getting wiped on the side of the Radiant. So it's just going back and forth every single time. A lot of spells getting used, a lot of people dying, and the gold graph, I mean, the gold graph matters, but it's not that huge of a deal. You know, speaking of things being a huge deal, though, Dire getting all these levels is going to be great for them. They should have level 3 of their ultis on top of all their supports by now, given all the kills that we've been seeing. So much action. Looks like the Ancient has a negative. Winter Wyvern's a little bit behind as far as her levels. Just 2 levels away from level 16. But itemization-wise, we're seeing some really nice items. Winter Wyvern working towards what looks to be a Lotus Orb, because she does have basic... Oh, it's Octarine Core. Is that Octarine Core? Hold on. Yeah, Lotus Orb needs the armor plus the perseverance. Yeah, so it's definitely not a Lotus Orb. Hold on. Let me see if I can remember how to get to the item. I never click on the actual item because I'm not sure where it's ever placed. But yeah, she's probably working towards a sheep stick. So sheep stick coming up on the Winter Warp is going to be a really nice item. Speaking of things being a really nice item, we got Roshan fight happening. Gyrocopter is going to drop his ulti immediately. Here comes a nice tornado. And Gyrocopter working towards what looks to be MKB. EMP just kind of zoning everybody out. And they're going to go ahead and blink forward. Sad boys. Sad boys. Sad boys. Sad boy's not going to find anything. Gyrocopter picks up that nice rune for him though. No, oh man, immediate damage comes up Lina. She goes down, gets blasted immediately. Gyrocopter ulti was already used. BKB comes through though. Vengful drops out the swap, and the BKB comes around the backside. Bounty Hunter trying to keep his team healed up, get rid of all the other negative things. Speaking of negative things, Vengful going to be the one to go down. Dazzle not able to drop a shell of grave, but looks like Prophet is going to be in the background, doing what he does best. Gyrocopter going to go and try and chase him as best he possibly can. The creeps doing so much damage to the racks, and the range racks is about to be going down, but fortunately not enough damage to actually do it. You must construct additional pylons, Prophet. It looks like he will go ahead and just make himself some more creeps, and he will try to Prophet here. And lines are getting drawn. Prophet is trying to backdoor as hard as he can. Gonna go ahead and send his creeps around the corner. Just go ahead and just scout people out and farm a little bit. Why not? You know, Roshan getting beat up pretty darn hard. Aegis does go towards Winter Wyvern, and Cheese actually gets picked up by Lycan. Which makes sense, because Lycan doesn't want Ags. And no, we got Prophet. Oh, he bought the BKB, I was about to say. I just heard it hit him. So Prophet bought the BKB. He will be able to TP out of there alive because of it. And Cheese does get picked up by Lycan, so he can actually drop that while he's running instead of having to lose his ulti. Winter Wyvern picks up that Aegis. I think it might have been a little bit better to have the Aegis up on Bounty Hunter. Actually, no, Lina. Lina would be a nice candidate for it, but they didn't really have time to actually think about it. Lina was dead. There were Forge Spears in the pit, just being a big nuisance. So they had to deal with those and make sure they got what they could while they can. You know, Ayumi taking some more damage. Gonna go ahead and heal up while they can. Doesn't want this Aegis to go to waste. And Prophet still being as annoying as possible, just sending more creeps in the background. Blizzard Travel fully finished up for the Invoker, so he's moving at 322 movement speed. Sorry, 522, my apologies, wrong number. 522 movement speed coming out for him. He's going to be able to dip in and dip out of those team fights. And moving over to the Octarine Core is fully finished up on him. I think his next big item might be a Sheep Stick in this specific game, because being able to sheep up the Lycan, even if it's not going to slow him down, The sheep will at least allow you to get enough damage on top of the guy so he actually goes down. Gyrocopter having a nice little fun time. Chen gonna be in a lot of trouble here in a few seconds. Drops himself a dagon, takes a ton of damage. Dazzle drops out the shallow grave immediately. Here comes the damage coming from Invoker. Sunstrike gonna miss everything completely, and now Chen trying to TP out. They're not gonna be able to make it out alive. Speaking of making it alive, though, we got Nature Prophet. He might be going down. Actually, gonna be able to make it out of this one. And BKB comes out from the the Lycan. Don't really know if it's necessarily needed, but I mean, hey, got a kill, so who cares? One kill for a BKB charge, and now the bottom lane is going to get pushed in. Invoker getting turned into a P. That is a nice ability, or a nice item coming out from Winter Wyvern. Invoker does immediately go down. Monster kill for the Gyrocopter, and he also ended the life of the Invoker, who I think bought back. So he's dead for a whole entire 95 seconds.
Dyer's middle barracks are under attack.
So situation is getting super serial right now. Super uber serial.
Reinforce their structures.
The Dyers still have a lot of towers they can go and push in. Gold advantage heavily in their favor now that they finally caught up. XP graph going to be heavily in their favor. Everybody should be above level 16, so we shouldn't really care much about levels. Okay, Dazzle slacking now, but everybody else on the side of Dyer is above level 16, which means level 3 ultis are online. So we are officially, almost officially, as soon as Dazzle hits level 16, we will officially soon be in the late game stage of the late game portion of everything.
Radiant's
And we'll see.
tower is under attack.
See what response we get. Dazzle TP'ing in, helping push the creep wave. And here we go. They're pushing. They're going for it. Bound Hunter taking a ton of damage. I don't know if he wants to die right now, but he just keeps going forward. He might be losing his life. Winter Wyvern catches the ulti off. They do find the Dazzle, and Dazzle will be. No, he gets hit with a nice cold embrace, and oh my gosh, what just happened? Oh my gosh, guys, Dota crashed. Oh no. Oh no, mid-cast, Dota's like, yo dog, too much damage happened and can't process, and it just like crashed on me. Alright, so that was awkward. We'll never know who won that game. We'll never know who won that game. Alright, let me go and see if I can get that game back up. That's like very anticlimactic. I was like so in the mood to watch that game happen, watch it end. I still don't know who's gonna win because they both keep throwing. Jeez. Alright, let me see if I can find that same game. Oh boy. Oh boy, I don't know if I can find it. It was a 6K game? There it is! Let's do this. CulBlu found the game. Alright, we'll get back into the game. We'll see what happens. Hopefully the game hasn't ended, because that was like totally like a big pause in the action that was happening. But I think they should at least get 2 Raxes coming out from the push from the Dyer. It looks like they get themselves, yeah, 2 Raxes. Okay. So 2 whole Raxes gathered by the Dyer. I'm not sure who died and when they died, but it looks like I'm not going to be able to go back and watch it. Ah, how very unfortunate. But they did get forced back pretty hard. Pretty darn hard. Aegis does get reclaimed, so Gyrocopter, he didn't die in the last fight. Or sorry, not Gyrocopter. Winter Wyvern, she didn't die in the last fight. And let me see items. Just make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, oh man, Invoker damage coming out from him. Lina has a BKB now, so he's actually going to throw it. Here comes the Shiva Guard as well. They're going to go for the damage immediately on top of the Chen. Contrast not going to be going down, but still taking a lot of right clicks to the backside. It looks like the nice ability coming out from Invoker going to be slowing down everybody just a little bit. Gyrocopter ulti whiffing completely. They do get the Winter Wyvern ulti though, and Dazzle will be the one to go down, unfortunately. Now we got the Invoker around the corner getting hit with a bunch of damage. The CC is massive. He goes down, and they got the creeps pushing in. Speaking of creeps pushing in, Prophet down bottom, just doing what he can and just help his team. Continues to get the push going. Will they be able to get the kill is the big question. Looks like the answer is no. Prophet gonna be forced to back away. Vengful Spirit finds an Invis rune. Not gonna help her out too much because of the whole entire, Bounty Hunter track thing. Drops a stun. Bounty Hunter blinks forward. Nice juke on top of that one. He's gonna continue to go for the aggression. Looks like D-Dogs might have made the wrong decision. BKB is available though, so he can actually toss if he needs to. Lina trying to move as fast as she possibly can. Dropping nice abilities on top of creeps. Vengful Spirit gonna be the one to die. You do not want her to die right now. Nice negative armor coming out, and here comes the blink forward. Bounty Hunter body blocks, and there's a BKB, but it doesn't matter. Lina ulti broken, yo. She's gonna be forced to buy back on that Vengeful Spirit. And now we got Prophet on the backside. He's gonna go and just try to push around. I heard another BKB. Lycan probably using the wrong button. Who really cares though? It's only 5-second BKB at this point. It truly doesn't matter. It should be up for the next team fight. So shenanigans happening all over the map. Buyback status showing that a lot of people inside the Radiant did buy back into the last fight. So Chen bought back, Vengeful Spirit bought back, Prophet bought back, and Invoker he bought back earlier. I think we saw the Invoker buy back, and that's about it. Alright, so we're gonna see what happens next. I mean, I don't foresee anything too terribly bad happening for the Radiant, really, because I mean, there's like what, 2 Raxes left, 2 axes total left on the side of the Dire, so they really got to get back and defend. Winter Wyvern is great. Winter Wyvern is great at clearing those creep waves, sure, but given the fact that there's like so much at stake as far as leaving your base, like there's so much threat that Prophet would just backdoor your base. Because of that, I think it's gonna make it really hellish for the Dire to push, unless they want to go for a base race, which they should be able to win. Collectively, they should be able to win the base race. And alright, so we're continuing with more stuff. Rotations coming forward. Invoker and Vengful Spirit gonna go ahead and run themselves as far as they possibly can. Invoker officially switched over into assassin mode. He will find himself a Lina. He does miss the tornado completely. There's a BKB coming out. She's gonna go for the damage. The ulti comes in. The damage is massive. The right clicks are not there just yet, but people come around the backside. Here comes a cavalry. Nice ulti coming from Winter Wyvern, only catching the Invoker. And now we got the damage finally coming on top of the Vengful Spirit. She goes down. GG well played comes out from her. She thinks it's pretty much over. I would agree, because having her and Invoker dead at the same time is going to be a huge deal for them to fight back in. I don't know if Nature's Prophet can do it all alone, but looks like he's not going to be able to have a chance to do it. Gyrocopter is doing so much damage. MKB, OP, please nerf. All the lanes are getting pushed in. Prophet, all he can really do is just send his creeps out. Just pray to goodness that they can stall long enough for, like, 70 seconds. That's quite a bit of time. Okay. 3 hands of Midas is getting picked up by Chen. Just casual triple hand of Midas build. I mean, that makes sense. Han Trash is just giving his enemy team a hand, I guess. And it looks like this tower's going to be going down. This Rax is going to be going down. This game's pretty much won by the Dire. And I was just saying that the Radiant don't really have to worry about too much, but, I mean, they just lost the team fight. Mega Creeps on the side of the Dire. Dire ultimately went out in their lineup. As goofy and derpy as it might have been, they still went out. And damage from Gyrocopter coming in. He has a satanic pump. Going to be able to heal himself up a ton. And it looks like Lina going to be taking the aggro now. She's going to be going down here in a second. Oh, Cold Embrace. OP, please nerf. And there we go. Finally comes through. That's going to be it for this game, guys. This is a random pubcast number 112. I think I will be done for the day. Some part of me really wants to go cast the next game, but I will talk about that in a second. So, thank you guys for watching. If you guys want to check out more of my stuff, go check them out on my YouTube, which is youtube.com/CulBluDota. That's CulBluDota. You can also check me out on my Twitch, which is twitch.tv/CulBlu. That's CulBlu. And that'll be it. So, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And as always, I will see you guys whenever.